So have you ever seen a word cloud? There's something that you can create and they look something similar to this. So my guess is you might have seen them before, just on the web, on different websites and whatnot. But they're pretty neat and we can create them basically for free. All right. And there's some ways that we can use them inside of Photoshop. So I want to show you one of the options for that. Now, in order to create, let's go take a look at this website. It's called Wordle.net, WORDLE.net. Okay. And if you just click on the create button here, you can paste in, I gotta love the way they put it, paste in a bunch of text. So I already have some on my clipboard. And you'll see here, speed, fast, run, go, speed, agile, speed, dedication, sweat, acceleration, activity. And the way this works is it looks through here and it generates a word cloud based on words inside of here. Now, the more a word repeats, the larger that word is going to appear inside of the word cloud. So what I do is just hit go. And you're going to see here, it's going to come up with a word cloud here in just a second. And that's what it looks like. Pretty cool, right? Does it all for you. And you can control just about anything you want. You can control the font. You can change different fonts. You can control the layout, straighter edges, rounder edges, any which way, mostly horizontal, mostly vertical. Tell it to relay out. So let's say you see it one way and you change it to something else. You can tell it to relay out with the current settings, and it's kind of like randomizing it each time, but using the current settings. And then of course you can come in here and change colors as well. If you click on randomize, it'll come up with something different each time. And if you find one that you like under randomize, like let's say I like this one, I can go under layout. Let's say I want to try to get speed horizontal. I can say mostly horizontal. There you go. And then I can choose it to relay out and it'll relay it out again horizontal. So you can really get in here and do some neat things with it. So what I do is I take a screen capture of this. Okay. On the Mac, it's Control, Command, Shift 4. You do Alt print screen on a PC. There's a bunch of different ways to take a screen capture, but I do a screen capture. You can always click the print button and print it to a PDF and then just open up the PDF. But I take a screen capture, and I did one here. There's one I did earlier. Again, this was a randomized one. I opened it up inside of Photoshop. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on the layer with the word cloud on it. I'm going to go to select color range, and I'm going to click on highlights, which is white. So it's going to select all the highlights, and then I'm just going to hit the delete key. And so I've deleted that. If I hide the background layer, you see it's all transparent back here. So now I've got just these words on a layer. Now what I'm going to do is go to a photo, select all and copy, and paste my photo in here. I've got to do some resizing because it's too big. So I'm going to paste my photo in to the image here. Just like that. And the way this works is you want to put the photo on top of the word cloud. Okay? The photo needs to go over. Remember, what we want to see in the end is the word cloud, or is the photo itself on top of the word cloud. So what we're going to do is we take this top layer, go up here to the layer menu, and you choose create clipping mask. And what that does is it forces the top layer, the layer that we've selected, to clip into the boundaries of whatever layer is directly below it. What layer is directly below it? This. So it clips to the boundaries of this layer. And that's why we had to delete. Remember we deleted all the white space? Because if we didn't, the boundaries would have just been a big rectangle. But instead we deleted all that. So now it clips the photo to only appear in the boundaries of all of that text that we had below here. And then of course I could take my move tool and I can move this around. Okay, like we wouldn't want to cut off his eyes in the middle here, so I'd want to move that down, try to keep his head inside of a word. Lots of other possibilities here. If you double click on your type layer, the layer with the word cloud on it, just double click, it opens up layer styles. You can add a drop shadow to it. So you can see here, it puts a little bit of a shadow behind it. You can do an inner shadow. Gives it a little bit more depth and dimension to it. So lots of different ways that you can go with this. It's a very cool creative.